Wrestling may be scripted in the ring, but backstage, that's a different story. Over the years, egos, tempers, and real grudges have exploded behind the curtain, turning locker rooms into war zones. From full-blown brawls to dangerous confrontations, they are some of the craziest backstage fights in wrestling history. John Bradshaw Layfield developed a backstage reputation for being a bully. He was accused of pushing boundaries and taking liberties with talent inside and outside of the ring, making life miserable for those that he didn't like. That behaviour didn't stop when he met ECW ring announcer Joey Styles. JBL repeatedly provoked Styles until the announcer finally snapped. The mind-mannered broadcaster landed a single punch that floored JBL. Word of the knockout spread quickly throughout the locker room and soon leaked onto the internet. Over time, it's become a beloved story amongst fans. Prove that sometimes the bully does get what's coming to him. Booker T and Batista are two of WWE's biggest stars, each having multiple world championships. Booker T made his name as a cornerstone of WCW, while Batista rose to the ranks as a homegrown powerhouse. On the surface, the two appeared to get along. That was until SummerSlam 2006. As Batista's popularity skyrocketed, Booker T felt he was developing an arrogant streak. During the film of a SummerSlam 2006 commercial, Booker T confronted the animal about his attitude. Words turned into fists, and the two engaged in a full-blown backstage fight. While some claimed it was a draw, most accounts suggest that Booker T walked away as the victor. In 2008, The Big Show and the Great Khali were the two biggest men in WWE, so any fight between them was going to feel like a clash of the titans. According to Chris Jericho in one of his biographies, tensions had been brewing between the giants for some time. It sparked when the Great Khali used one of Big Show's signature chops during a tag team match. After a backstage conversation, a full-blown fight broke out. Before long, punches were flying and the Great Khali reportedly got the upper hand on the Big Show. That was until he tripped over a chair. In the end, Vince McMahon stepped in, ordered Big Show to apologize to the Great Khali, and both men eventually put the incident behind them. Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle had numerous great matches, especially that match at WrestleMania. Both were masters in the ring, but Eddie Guerrero had a bad temper and was some sort of a perfectionist, taking every detail in the ring to heart. After one particularly tense encounter, Eddie Guerrero stormed backstage and accused Kurt Angle of hitting him too hard. Kurt was surprised, insisting he hadn't been involved in the match, but tempers flared and Latino Heat tried to tackle the Olympic gold medalist. Before things could get out of hand, other wrestlers quickly stepped in and separated the two and broke up the scuffle. The Montreal Screwjob was one of the most infamous and notorious moments in wrestling history. But afterwards, Bret Hart confronted Vince McMahon. He demanded answers about what had unfolded in the ring. While no cameras captured the altercation, everyone present agrees on what happened. Bret Hart had floored Vince McMahon with a single punch, leaving him with a black eye and a sprained ankle. The Hitman was on his way out of WWE and had every reason to be furious. McMahon had promised there would be no double cross in Bret Hart's final match, only to betray that trust moments before the bell. Taking matters into his own hands, Bret delivered his now legendary knockout, an incident immortalized in the documentary Wrestling with Shadows. The rest became wrestling lore. Bret Hart left for WCW. Vince McMahon transformed into one of the best heels in wrestling history, and this moment forever blurred the line between scripted drama and real life conflict. The world of wrestling might be scripted in the ring, but behind the curtain is where the real fireworks happen. From heated words to full on knockouts, these moments remind us that even the biggest stars are still human, and sometimes tempers win. Which backstage fight do you think was the wildest? Drop your pick in the comments, and thank you for watching.